Hello everyone, Drake Robinson here. I really wanted to hop on here and talk about the word oppression. Oppression is a word that I myself have come to understand for years now, by a decade now. You know, I'm a young man in my 20s, and all my life really, I've been nothing. Like, the word oppression has literally been ingrained into my mind because, in school, yeah, I wasn't very popular. Some people aren't, but this is the way particular I was treated. My fellow, I've heard you guys tell me stories sometimes of how you were treated at the bottom of the totem pole. And is it, and at the time I was just so naive because I'm thinking to myself, well, there's no way. The world, we've been told by our parents, adult figures, that the world is nothing but sunshine and rainbows when you're a kid. You want to grow up, you want to be these things that you strive out to be. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an astronaut. I want to be a vet because I love animals. And then you grow up, and it's like the more and more it hits you that, wow, so the world isn't really like this. You're stuck in these chains of the government. You're stuck in the chains of entitled blue pillars. You're forced to be out and about in society, and it's like people don't even know you're there. You don't even exist. Like you're just a floating bag in the wind. That's really what the world is like, and this is why I miss my childhood, because when you're a kid, you don't see that thing. You just see how your parents are, and your parents have all this money, and they're buying you, Christmas, and they're buying to take you're experiencing, good birthday parties, and Chuck E. Cheese, all that stuff. That was my childhood, and that's why I greatly enjoyed it. But when you grow up, it's like now you're a lone survivor in a way in the world, because you have to make it on your own. And when you're born at the bottom of the totem pole like myself, and your options are literally limited on what you can do and what you can't, it's just like, how do you make a way like that? How are you supposed to traverse in this very, very treacherous terrain known as life, in a sense? And tell you the truth, to this day, I still don't know the answer to that. Like, I'm still literally scraping, to get by. Like, you guys know, I don't even have a car. I don't even know how to drive. Thanks to society, thanks to myself. I never had a significant other, thanks to society and the modern female mentality of thinking all of us get good guys who who make a way for ourselves, who do everything for ourselves, who work 10 times as hard as the next Chad or Tyrone. They think we're the bad guys. A lot of these modern females, and if we drive a bus, or work a regular 9 to 5, we're lame. Don't take my word for it. Ebony K. Williams, one of the modern females of the world, so she speaks on behalf of all of them, because they all have the same mindset. She spelled it out, pretty out in the open in the interview that she had. So yeah, I mean, it's just like all these things we don't have, and that's through no fault of our own. Then what's the point in all this? And I have come to a side conclusion that the point overall is that hard work conquers everything, I guess. But it's just like, you deserve so much more than that. I deserve so much more. We all deserve so much more. And speaking of oppression, let's not even get started on the oppression that Muslims have dealt with for generations. like I was just so blind, so naive to it. Like ever since 9/11, having to, even a little bit before that, but definitely after 9/11, Muslims have just been nothing but constantly looked at in a disparaging way by this Western world, this sick, cruel Western world. There was a case I heard about with an individual by the name of I think his name was Akbar. He was executed by but in China for something he didn't even do. He made this very special song. He was highly run little rabbit, come and play, come little rabbit, play with me. It's just like, that's oppression right there. That's a guy that literally did nothing, was set up, was obviously has a lot of troubles in his life, bottom of the totem pole kind of a guy, and he was treated the way he was treated in China. But but it's a way worse here in the Western world, the way Muslims are treated, the way that you have people ripping their hijabs off of their heads. You have people, looking down at them and, thinking every Muslim's a terrorist because they're so naive and brainwashed by the privileged media that lies on the on Muslims all the time. You have the government that lies on Muslims all the time. You have just regular people who just have this very narrow-minded mindset on people of different cultures, and here in the Western world, and it's just, and personally I think it's envy, it's jealousy, because Muslims have a 10 times better thought process and a 10 times better culture than the Western culture. So I believe a lot of that has to do with jealousy and envy, and just, that's just because we all know how petty the privileged Western blue pillars are. We all know how their mindset is, and how, and how it's very corrupted. Yeah, so like reading a lot of the stories prior to the events of, after the events of 9/11, how Muslims were treated, how they were literally hunted, like they weren't even human. I was brought to tears because I was so naive to all of this, and of course I knew there was oppression going on. I just didn't think it was on the level that, that's why. Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a little choked up now, but I just didn't think it was as bad as it was. I've been doing nothing but doing so much research, because Islam is my new religion, so of course I'm gonna study and just better help myself understand just everything about it, because I love everything about it. I'm not saying it's absolutely flawless or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's definitely shined a light on me. It's definitely will always, be a part of my life now. So I just gotta, keep it there. But yeah, I didn't want to make this video too long. I just want to talk about the word oppression, because it's a word that's been brought up a lot. And I just wanted to tell you guys my experiences with it. How my new religion has dealt with it for over years, for generations now, decades. And yeah, I'm out.